Hey Zoniacs, welcome to Living in the Zone. I'm your host, Jim Fannin. When expectations, what you expect, your goals that you've set with a due date, or maybe a vision that you have, when it doesn't meet reality, how do you react to that? Because how you react to that really is the difference between good and great. Being able to handle when your expectations don't meet reality. It's probably the number one challenge of all my clients. Why? Because we're very aggressive, helping our clients pick very lofty visions, sometimes number one in the world, Olympic gold medalist. These are some pretty serious goals that are not easy to realize no matter how talented you are. It's very intricate. But this one tool I've been using for 50 years, and I can't wait to break it down and share it with you. And let's roll up our sleeves and go into it. It's simply called the light switch. And it's going to show how the position of your head can change your entire physiology, your entire emotions, and how you position your head when something doesn't go well dictates whether you're going to keep doing the negative or whether you're going to flip it into a positive and stretch it like a rubber band over all your performances. So here's how this tool has been used for over 50 years. It was the first tournament that I coached this player. It was a tennis tournament, and he was playing his first match under the S.C.O.R.E system in Lyon, France. He had never been to France, never been to Lyon. What a great city, great food city, Lyon, France. I remember it well. But he wasn't seeded. He was unseeded. He wasn't expected to get past the quarterfinals, much less win the tournament. Our very first tournament. And this client name was Todd Nelson. And he used this tool. Every time something happened, he turned this tool on over and over and over. Match one, match two, quarters, semis, finals. And he won his first pro tournament with me after being introduced to the S.C.O.R.E system almost 50 years ago. That was over 40 years ago. And I've had many instances of all my clients using this tool. And this is something you're going to use forever. In fact, if you're a coach, if you're a teacher, a trainer, or you're a leader of a company, you're going to share it with your C-suite, you're going to share it with your team, and you're definitely going to share this with your children. I'm certain of that. No different than a light switch on the wall where you flip it up, the light comes on, and you flip it down, and the light goes off, and the room gets dark. Here's what I want you to do. I want your mind, your head, to be that light switch. I want you to think of something not positive, something very negative. It could be an image of 9/11, a very negative thing in U.S. history. Obviously, we can all see the Twin Towers coming down. It was horrible. But if you have something personal in your life, well, I want you to think of that. If you can't think of anything, then you can switch to something else that's very generic. And now you have a negative image in your mind, and I want you to drop your head down to your chest, and I want you to hold this negative energy. Don't let go of it. And with your head down on your chest, with the image of this negative thought, I want you to raise your head up, eyes remain shut, up toward the ceiling. Lift your head up. Keep the negative thought. Now, like the light switch on the wall, put the light switch down, drop your head back down to your chest, hold that negative thought, and with the negative thought clear in your mind, raise your head one more time up above parallel and have the negative thought. And now open your eyes and look back at me. Every seminar, every keynote, several thousand that I've given in 50 years, I've demonstrated the light switch tool. Here's what happened. Millions of people have done the light switch. 75%, over 750,000, here's what they experienced. when their head went up with that negative thought went away. Totally went away, became fuzzy, became hazy. But when they dropped their head back down, that negative thought was very concise, very clear, very robust. Head up, it went away. Head down, there it was. Now think in your mind's eye, let's picture a baseball game. Let's picture a football game, maybe that you saw over the weekend. Did you see any pro athletes drop their head? Did you see anybody have an easy ball to catch right in their fingertips and it goes right through? An easy miss. Oh, and they drop their head. What they've done when they drop their head, they've replayed that negative. And the more you keep your head down, the more you're going to put that negative drop pass on a loop. But it's any kind of negative. This isn't just sports. This is life. This is business. This is parenting. This is academics. This is everything in your life. We know now, when you put your head up, you won't replay that negative. So if you want to eliminate worry, and I know you do, because most of us worry. We've learned that from our mom, our dad, our grandparents. We're a nation. We're a global community of worriers, not warriors. Because the warrior, not the worrier, raises his head when things go wrong so that he can only see what he wants. And he can only see in his mind's eye what's going to serve him well, his company well, his sport well, or whatever he's doing, it's going to serve him well. But you drop your head and replay that negative, you're going back into the past. You're putting the past on a loop. And if you're in the past, there's one thing we know, Zoniacs, you're not in the moment and you're not in the zone. You want to be a world-class peak performer that can get into that purposeful, calm feeling where nothing can go wrong, and you want to stretch it over hours and days and maybe weeks and even months, well, that is a world champion mindset. And if you can do that in every aspect of your life, every life arena, when you move from being a parent to being a business person to being a son or daughter or being a sister or brother, you're always aware, chin up. You know, Mom was right. Keep your chin up, baby. My mom used to tell me that all the time. What she didn't know, she knew that was correct, but what Mom didn't know, this is about neuroscience, Mom. This is about how chemicals change when thoughts change. So when you want to get a zone run and stretch it like a rubber band, put your chin up and keep going. But be aware when you drop your chin. Now, what happens if you have a son or daughter that drops their chin? Make them aware of it. Teach them the light switch and teach them to walk around with their head up. This is going to change their physiology. It's going to change definitely their mentality. And now you're raising a Zoniac peak performer. This applies to everything in your life. Zoniacs, keep your head up. Keep your chin up, especially when things aren't going your way. Allow no circumstance, no condition, no situation to drop your head. I'm Jim Fannin. I've been coaching for a half century. If you like the tool of the light switch, we have hundreds more. And be sure you can give me a comment down below. Make sure to follow, make sure to subscribe so it pops right into your inbox. And I'm looking forward to giving you an edge, not only closing down this year, but launching next year so you can be your genuine best. Follow, share, like, and I'll talk to you next week.